Hello, everyone. Welcome to the newest episode of On the Couch with the Dogs Boy, and we have another special guest. She is a local Savannah rapper to the Savannah area, I would say. College student and entrepreneur. Um, Her name is Micaiah Jackson, but she's also known more pronouncedly as Smiley K. I will let her introduce herself.
Hello. Yes, it's Smiley K or Micaiah for those who are kind of, closer to me. And I'm actually from Atlanta, but I moved down here recently for school, and I kind of started rapping. Well, I kind of got serious about rapping when I got down here, but yeah. Yeah, so.
Okay, that's excellent. That's excellent. So, since you actually brought it up, so growing up in Atlanta, were you a fan of hip hop growing up, or was it something that you truly became a fan of once you started going to college in Savannah?
So it was kind of like a mixture of both. I've always loved music, especially since I was younger, but my parents are a little bit older, so I kind of grew up on a lot of Earth, Wind, and Fire, and, my dad, he loves Miles Davis and stuff, so I used to love that, but when I got in middle school, high school, a lot of my I'm kind of the youngest out of some of my cousins, so they will always be listening to Tupac and Biggie and stuff like that, and just a lot of old school rap, So I kind of grew on me over time and stuff. So yeah, that's kind of how I kind of got more into hip hop, and then I really started listening to a lot of Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole. Those are one of my two favorite artists in middle school. So after that, it was I never went back. So I've been in love with hip hop. I mean, really all since I was younger, but I kind of tuned into it more when I was in middle school, high school, and then ever since I've been in love. So
Okay, that's excellent. That's excellent. So to add on to that, if you don't mind saying, how did you become a hip hop artist going to SSU?
So, I have a really good friend by the name of Tu Benji, as most people may know him at Savannah State. But me and him, we went to Mays together when we were in high school, and he used to rap a lot, but he's grown a lot over the years. But he kind of, when we first met, he kind of influenced me a little bit to really look more into it, because I've always been more of a poetry writer when I was in middle school, and even when I was in elementary, I used to always love writing poetry, but I would kind of write little song lyrics to myself, and I was really shy in middle school, so and a little bit of high school, but I kind of kept a lot of my work to myself. So when I found out he rapped, and he would freestyle, he would be freestyling and stuff, and I would just think it would be so cool. So I kind of showed him some of my lyrics and stuff, and he was like, you pretty cool at rapping and stuff, you can really do this. And so we ended up going to Savannah State together unintentionally, and when he had came down here, when I came down here, someone had showed me about Word, because, I was just showing them some of my, poetry and stuff, and they were like, you should go to Word, which is Way of Real Discovery, a student artist organization on campus. And when I found out about them, I told Chris, and he was like, too Benji, and he was like, that'd be a pretty cool outlet to come and, share some of his music and stuff at one of the open mics. So we ended up going together one day, and that's kind of when I started taking rap a little bit more seriously, and that's actually when I came up with my my rap persona, Smiley K. When I came down here to Savannah State and got into Word, and I fell in love with the energy and the atmosphere that they had, and how they were such powerful artists. It's such great talent in Word, and I love it. So, and they're very supportive. So, when I found that out, that was when I was like, maybe I should try, and get into music and stuff. And I wrote my first song, and everybody was like, oh, it's cool, it's really lit and stuff. So I performed, and ever since then I've kind of been, more into the rap side of music. So, yeah.
Okay, that's excellent. That's excellent. Speaking of Word, Derek Brown, you know him as King Size, but one of his other names for the Dr. Clark brand as a hip hop historian, he has told me a lot of excellent things about Word, specifically about you and, like you said, to Benji and the different members of it. So for those who don't know, especially for those who don't go to SSU, could you tell us a little bit about the Word organization?
Yes, of course. So, Word, which stands for Way of Real Discovery, is a student artist on campus, and basically it's just like a community of, different artistry, different talents. You don't have to be a performer to be a part of Word. You just have to really have a passion for art in any form and really want to just, cultivate your art. So we have singers, rappers, dancers, writers. We've had tattoo artists, come and join and stuff, and just kind of help each other to get exposure, to get knowledge about whatever industry we decide to be in, whether it's the music industry or being in illustration or whatever the case may be. Just being able to be around creatives and feed off of each other, give each other feedback, and just help each other, help each other connect with other people and, push our art so it can be seen and stuff like that. So, besides that, we kind of just move as a family, and, when we, see each other's work, we might support, offline. That's one thing that kind of really, really attracted me to Word was the support. The energy that's given out is so strong and positive. Just the fact that we applaud the courage that someone may have to get on stage. I really, really admire that about Word. We really just support each other. So that's pretty much the basis of the Word, and we're kind of starting a lot of new things in 2020. Tim with a Y and to Benji, two other members, they're starting like Freestyle Friday on Fridays, and there's a lot of other students in the organization who are having creative, just different creative events and stuff, to kind of give more exposure to the students in the organization. So
that is amazing. But if you don't mind me asking, what is your major right now?
I'm actually not Accident State right now.
Okay.
I left for a little bit, yeah. But I was a theater major at the time, and I loved it. It was fun.
Okay.
Yeah. Before I left, I was a theater major, so.
Okay. That's excellent. That's excellent. It's still great that you are still involved and still in contact with the word members, because like you said, you all are a family.
Right, yeah.
Like you said, you all are a family. Okay. So, in your opinion, because I wanted to make sure I asked this question, especially during this interview to you. What is your opinion on the rising success of Black female rappers in recent years? Like, because I'm not, as many people would know, I'm more of a old school R&B and funk person, but I am aware of a lot of what goes on in modern hip hop. And I know, women like Nicki Minaj and Cardi B and so many other female artists have risen in their station to get multiple type of Academy Awards concerning their artistry. So what do you think about that?
Oh, I love it. I love the rise of all of these female artists. To be honest, it kind of gives me inspiration and me hope that people will be able to hear and receive my message through my music, especially as a Black female artist. So, and these female artists are, coming for people's necks, they are, serious. So, and I just think it's beautiful that we can kind of see another side of hip hop, through so many decades. It's still a male, dominated industry. So being able to see all of these, females really just take the rap game and make it their own, it's really just inspirational to me. I love so many new artists, from Dreezy to even, Megan Thee Stallion, like just being able to see, people who look like me contribute to the industry. It kind of just makes me feel good, But I love it. I think it's, beautiful, the fact that women are able to, Black women are able to express ourselves through music and still be able to get a lot of, attention, just from other people, similar to how a lot of, male, presences are in the rap game. So yeah, I love it. I love it so much. So much.
So, which I know this is going to probably be a tough question, but which of the most popular female, Black female rap artists do you think is overall your favorite going on right now?
Ooh, that is a hard question. Honestly, I wouldn't say I have like a super favorite, but I really love Dreezy. Like, I love how she's been coming lately and stuff with her music and how she's grown over the years. And just like her sound, her style, I love it so much. I think Megan is really, really showing out for the females, just with how, not even just with her music, but her business moves, how she moves in the industry, fashion-wise, how she's bringing a lot of different female artists and just female figures in the music industry and bringing them together. I love that about her so much. So she's probably one of my, top tiers as well. Yeah, so for as in terms of new artists, I'd say those two have really been standing out to me personally. So yeah, I love it. Just their sound as well. It's different. I love it. So it's kind of like a breath of fresh air.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So, for you, do you have any new projects that are in development that you may want to talk about, or any old projects that you would like to bring up for people who don't know?
Yes, actually. I will be launching my own hair business in March, close to the end of March, and that's kind of been like one of my side hustles, kind of like side hobbies since doing music and stuff. I love doing hair, being able to make people feel beautiful inside and out, I love that. So that's one thing that I've been working on, and I have been working on music, but I don't plan on releasing anything too major until later on in this year. So that's another thing people can look forward to. And just a lot of different creative stuff. Like I have a lot of plans, just in terms for getting Smiley K out there and being able to show people a lot more in depth of who I am, because I am very goofy and silly, and I think a lot of people, don't get that first impression off of me because of my height. I'm kind of tall, so a lot of people are like, I don't know, I don't know if I want to mess with her, or, I've had people tell me, I thought you were mean, but you're actually really nice, and I'm like, yeah, I won't hurt you, but, yeah, for the most part, that's pretty much it that's going on, so, yeah.
Okay. And from what you sent me, I think it was yesterday, your hair business is going to most likely be called SK Extensions?
Yes, it's Smiley K Extensions.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Okay, that's excellent. And also, you may not want me to bring this up, but I know you sent that to me. You are going to be starting your own YouTube channel again?
Oh yeah, that as well. That's another thing that I'm working on. Just going back to like showing people more so who is like Smiley K on the personal side. Excuse me. I have a lot of goofy friends, cousins and stuff, and even though we're about our business, we still know how to have fun. And things can get pretty funny, around here. So I would want to share that, kind of put a smile on someone's face. I'm all about positivity. So so I love, I would love to like just show more people about, who I am, and hopefully in the future be able to record more performances and, show people how it is behind the scenes when I'm doing the performance or, getting ready for a show and stuff like that. So, yeah, so I love that. And it'll also be a lot of vlogs, a lot of pranks on there. So if anyone's interested, you can find my YouTube, just type in Smiley K with a space in between, and I'll be uploading a lot of content this year. So be prepared.
All right, that is excellent. But how did you come up with the name of Smiley K? Because I know that you said you adopted that moniker once you got to SSU, but like, what was the process you went through to actually come up with it?
So this was actually kind of funny because the name, it took me a minute. Like, I had to sit on it for a minute. Like, how do I really want people to see me? What could really, personify myself in my name? So, before I came to Savannah State, I had went to my favorite piercer in Atlanta. She does an amazing job every time I go to her. And she actually gave me this piercing that's called a Smiley piercing, and it's basically like a what's it called? A septum. It's like a septum, but it's on the piece of muscle that's between your teeth and your gums, like your top gums and your lip. So a lot of people think it's super painful, but it's not. It's like one of the least painful piercings you could ever get. But I got it because my family, when we smile really hard, we show a lot of gums. Like, we tease, you know, it's one of those kind of smiles. So when we smile, it's like, you know, we smile hard, and for some reason, I think I was just like the oddball who was like, maybe something should be right there. So somebody showed me the Smiley piercing, and I saw it, and I was like, I sat on the decision to get this for about 2 years, like, no joke. I was like contemplating for the longest, you know, should I get this? Should I wait? I don't know if it's going to look okay. But I was like, you know, if it doesn't look right, the worst I can do is take it out. So I decided to get it, and I fell in love. And when I came out to Savannah State, I don't exactly remember how I came up with like Smiley, like let me put Smiley in my name. But a lot of people, I love to smile because, you know, it just brightens the room up, and a lot of people say I smile a lot. So I was like, maybe I should use, you know, the word Smiley. And K is short for a lot of my close friends and my little brother and stuff. They call me Kaya, short for, you know, my name, Makaya. So Smiley M didn't really sound too good. So I was like, maybe, let me see, Smiley K. That kind of has a better ring to it. So ever since I came up with that name, I've kind of been rocking with it, and it kind of just naturally stuck. You know, everybody started calling me Smiley, especially since I would smile so much, and I still do. So yeah, that's kind of how I came up with the name. So it was kind of like I kind of just pieced things together, you know. But yeah.
Okay, that is an excellent story.
Thank you.
You're welcome, very welcome. So, how have you brought your, I would say, enhanced love of hip hop to, since you're an artist now, back to your hometown of Atlanta? Because I've seen some things on your social media, but I would like for you to explain that for people who don't know.
What exactly do you mean? Like, you mean like?
Because, okay, like for example, I've seen you perform or have some form of performances in Atlanta,
Mm-hmm.
if I'm wrong.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
right. You're right.
Okay. So I would say how different is or let me rephrase the question. How different is the hip hop scene in Atlanta is from, let's say, Savannah?
Okay, so I'd say that Atlanta right now is getting very busy, especially when it comes to the rap community, because when I started really taking rap seriously and, you know, really getting out there to perform and stuff, they were just starting up with a lot of indie performance competitions. You know, the main one that I've been seeing lately is Who Run It in Atlanta. And if you're like a local artist in Atlanta and you want to perform, they'll probably have you, you know, sign up for a cheap fee, or it might be like, you know, free for artists for the night. But either way, there's one thing that kind of like opened my eyes to a lot of things when it came to performing and getting into like the business side of music was this competition that was going around. And basically it's kind of like, you know, they will have a lot of radio pushers or like a lot of DJs, and it'd just be like a lot of artists you could connect with in the building and stuff. And you could have the chance to, perform if you would want, and get your, song played. So when I started performing, in Atlanta, it kind of just gave me kind of insight into how the rap game kind of goes, when it comes to certain things. Like, I didn't know, before I started performing, I didn't really know, different things like, peak performance, peak times, like when's a good time to perform, when everyone's in the club versus performing, like around 9 or 10 when everyone gets there, or how, sometimes it's good to tip the DJ, just out of respect for, their hard work and stuff, and for allowing people, or for allowing artists to even be able to be played on, on their mix and stuff. So stuff like that, I'd say definitely has been, getting bigger and bigger in Atlanta. And I haven't done too much performing off campus down here in Savannah. So I wouldn't say it's as I wouldn't say it's so much opportunity for artists like it is in Atlanta compared to Savannah, but it is opportunities down here. I know at Island Breeze, I've been looking into them because they've been having a lot of opportunities for artists to just, get exposure and network with other artists, or, if there's someone important in the building, being able to have the opportunity to work with them as well. So I'm definitely trying to look more into the side of the rap community down here, because I do notice that it is a rap community down here. Like, there are people, there are a lot of artists, a lot of good artists down here. So that is definitely one thing I plan on exploring this year. But yeah, when I really got, and honestly, like, this was really just for like a summer, when I had came back from school, and went back home. One of my close home girls, she kind of pushed me to just look out more into getting that exposure and just getting that experience, because practice makes perfect, and it's just good to be able to learn, because I did end up winning one of the events. I ended up taking some of the money home with another artist. Yes, I know, that was quite the experience, and I've learned a lot since. So I'm excited to be able to, get back into that in the future. But, I was just able to learn a lot, learn about how, things go when it comes to putting the field work in music. And I feel like that's where a lot of artists, sometimes come up short, because, you can make music all day, but is it just sitting on your phone? Is it just sitting on your laptop? What are you going to do with it? So getting out there, just finding local performances, local competitions and stuff, I feel like that can really, really help add to, your experience as an artist really fast. It can really just help you, learn a lot, especially when you come into contact with people who have been in the game for a minute, and are out here at these events. And even if they're not, personally talking to you, they could be, just performing or just doing certain things. Like, I've seen really low budget performances, and I've seen really high budget performances. Some people, I mean, I honestly don't blame them, because these competitions sometimes can go for $10,000, or
Right.
now that they've gotten like so much recognition in the hip hop industry in Atlanta, they're having, the prizes are much heavier, so the competition has to get heavier as well, so just being able to see and take from different artists and different levels of those who get into the competition. Because funny story, when I first decided to perform at a club, this was my first club performance, I actually came with a beat instead of a pre-recorded song. And tip to artists, if you decide to perform at a club, please have pre-recorded music, because they will not be able to hear you over the mic. So just a little tip. So me, being able to do that and then see other artists after that, even someone who was, on the stage. I can't remember who it was exactly. I think it was one of the party promoters or something, but either way, they told me next time, come with pre-recorded music, because, your music is good, but they just can't hear you. So I was like, I'll make sure to do that next time. And the next time I did, I ended up winning, $5,000. So stuff like that can really, really, make or break your performance, and how you get your message across to the people in the atmosphere. So yeah, that both, Atlanta and Savannah, because I have done some open mics off campus, even with Word, and although it might not be as packed as a club, sometimes it doesn't matter how many people are there, it matters who's in there, So, it's just a lot of opportunities to be able to, just meet with locals, local producers, local, artists and stuff like that, and being able to, kind of feed off each other and inspire each other and stuff. So yeah.
Right. Well, that is very, very, very admirable and excellent, because when it comes to pursuing your dreams and your talents at the same time, most people, they have dreams, but they don't have the initiative to really pursue it. So it's amazing and very, very, I would say, inspiring that you pursue your dream no matter what.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I honestly,
Oh no, sorry. Continue.
And honestly, I really encourage other people to do the same, especially at a young age. Just really, really, just cultivate your art. Don't let anyone tell you that, whatever you want to do isn't, good enough, or, that you shouldn't be doing, because if you have a passion for it, honestly, it shouldn't matter, it shouldn't matter what other people say, because it's not their passion, so if you want to rap, if you want to write, whatever you want to do, please follow your dreams, because it really works out in the long run. Even if, you get unmotivated, because it happens, even if you get discouraged, because it happens, just keep pushing, because the moment you stop is when all of your other opportunities stop, and you never know which door might open if you stop opening them, So that really just seeing other people, especially those who are close around me, because being from Atlanta, which is a place where a lot of artists come out of, just seeing people close to me, kind of grow up. People coming out of my class, grow up, and I see some people from my class or like the class before me, start to get radio recognition, and they're doing this young. Some of these people aren't even 23, 24 yet. So, you just never know, what you can achieve when you keep going, when you keep pushing. Even though I kind of, slowed down a little bit on the music, there are still people out there who are rooting for me. And that just makes me want to keep going, because it's like, it's some people out here who don't get support, and they don't get support, years after years after years of hustling. And just the fact that I'd say I'm fairly new into the music industry, and being able to have people who don't care about my status, don't care about my followers, who just genuinely like my art and my energy, when I'm on stage, that's just amazing to me. That's a blessing. Like, I would have never even thought I would, be having this interview with you, or calling myself Smiley K, but it's something that I've wanted to do for forever. I've always seen myself center stage, whether it be poetry, whether it be acting, singing, rapping, whatever it was. I just knew I wanted to be on the stage, So, so now, just looking back on a lot of things, it's like, had I listened to some people who were, close to me, who told me, maybe this isn't the best option for a career, just seeing how far I've come, in the short amount of time that I've been doing music, it's just like, some people don't know what they're talking about, like you gotta keep going hard for your dreams, because people just aren't going to see the vision as well as you see it. If you see a vision for yourself, keep pushing, just keep pushing, because it'll be well worth it in the end. And I know it'll be for me, manifest it, keep your energy, keep putting your energy into it, positive energy into it, because like I said, it will be worth it. If you really put your energy and, your effort into it, it'll be worth it. So yeah, I encourage everyone to follow their dreams. Everyone.
That's excellent. That's excellent. So with my final question is, where do you see your music career and your other entrepreneurial endeavors in about 5 years?
Well, I actually see a lot of things happening. I don't know if I want to be on TV in 5 years, but I definitely want to be in the mix. I definitely want to be able to say, I've worked with, this individual and that individual. I definitely see in 5 years having 2 successful businesses, hopefully. Definitely see myself as an artist just emerging, full force. My music is kind of, I want to be able to push positivity with my music, but also show, that kind of, badass side, that I don't take no mess, type deal, because you got to go hard for yourself at all times. So, in 5 years, I definitely see myself in 5 years being able to influence people and get that message across to people, and hopefully inspire someone else, in the future, to, just be themselves and be themselves 100% and be there for themselves 100%. So that as well, and lots of creative content in 5 years. You will definitely hear about Smiley K in 5 years. So yeah.
Okay, I will be following that, and I will be very excited to see that happening.
Thank you.
You are very, very welcome. So, before we close, do you have any questions for us? Anything you would like to ask the viewers, or just any statements towards them or us?
I did want to ask you, where does the inspiration for all of, the projects and the information that you give, the information that, you have on your page is wonderful. I love, that's one reason why I love following your page, just, learning stuff that I wouldn't normally know about, my favorite shows or, my favorite hip hop artists, Tupac, Biggie, and, just stuff like that. Where does that, inspiration come from for you? Because I'm all about inspiration. So,
Well,
where does that come from?
it comes from a few different places, but one of my number one things is I want for anyone to have information. I love having information, be it about very important things or very minuscule things. I love information because, if we all in the world know more, if we know better, then we have to do better.
Right.
So we know that. So I've always wanted to, for both myself and for other people, for us to know more about everything, be it entertainment, education, philosophy, anything. I just think we should all know more, and from us all getting the information in different ways, it makes it easier.
Yeah,
it makes it easier. So that's where a good portion of our motivation comes from, or inspiration, and also people like you who encourage us. We are also inspired to keep pushing and doing what we are doing because of that. Because one thing about it is that even if no one says it to you, there are people in the world who follow you and want you to succeed.
Right.
Want you to succeed, and those are the people that we also do it for as well. Thank you for asking me that dumb question.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I love it. Knowledge is power. It's a beautiful thing. And we never stop learning until we die and our soul is lifted. So, just having an outlet of information. I really just like to see what inspiration really pushes you to put that information out there, because I've had teachers in the past who would just be in love with learning, and I think that's a beautiful thing because we never stop learning. It's always a new day to learn. So yeah, I just think that's really cool. So you're very welcome.
Yes, ma'am. So with that being said, for those who are interested in, of course, I know it will be many people. I will make sure I put her Instagram page and her SoundCloud page link too, so you all could look at the content she posts. And I think I should be able to get your YouTube link, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes. So I'll put everything in the comments and descriptions of the different platforms we posted in. But with that being said, Smiley K, thank you very, very, very kindly for being willing to do this interview. You are the first rapper, period, not just black female rapper, but the first rapper, period, we've ever interviewed. So thank you for giving us that honor.
Always. It was an honor, working with you all. I really appreciate this opportunity. I love it.
Yes, ma'am. And likewise. So, everyone, Smiley K and Dr. Clark signing out.
All right.